super excited to meet with you guys today. Just a quick, ignore that slide, that's something else, but everything I'm going to be teaching you guys today is stuff that I've personally learned from a guy named Grant Cardone. I was just curious, raise your hand if you know who Grant Cardone is. All right, couple hands. Okay, good. So his content's pretty reputable. Just wanted to show this really quick. This is not something that I'm teaching out of a beginner booklet. The stuff that I'm going to be teaching, I'll tell you my story. Before this job, I worked for the Ottawa Senators. Okay. And it's hilarious how many people I'll call in the US that they're like, Senators, what? And so you guys know what that is. I was a sales rep for them. They were on their best season ever. Who remembers when they were like literally one goal away from the final double overtime against the Penguins? You guys raise your hand if you remember that. This was like a few years ago. Okay. And then this happened the next season. And then this happened. And then this happened. And then this. And then this. Raise your hand if you saw when this was happening. Oh yeah, this was okay. Okay, a few hands. Someone in the room explain for those of you who don't know.
I've heard they had a great ownership group. Everybody loves them, right? No,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Love being the operative term, right? So I don't know if you guys ever get objections. What are the top objections? Just shout them out that you guys get. Think about it, money. What do you guys get?
Finances for sure right now.
Was that finances?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so like it's like too much money.
Yeah.
Well,
Cardinals
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
inflation's
Yeah.
up quite a bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So like, do you guys ever get I hate your owner?
No.
Never, never. Yeah, exactly. So I was getting all the usual stuff, too much money. You know, you're too far. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the rink in Ottawa, but it's literally like 20 miles outside of downtown. It's pretty crazy. So, and you're in last place and you traded Carlson and this and that, and I hate your owner. And it was very, very tough. And literally it went from this to this. And during this season, I happened to learn some really cool strategies, particularly what I'm going to share with you guys today on the follow-up that personally helped me increase my sales by 83%. So my intention in the meeting today, does everyone have a pen and a notepad handy? Yep. Okay, sweet. So today is to share some of those strategies, particularly on follow-up, that help me as a rep for the Sens get tons and tons of deals. Like I literally went from like barely selling anything to the top rep. I was like selling club seat after club seat. And I'm literally going to share some examples with you guys. So the person that takes the best notes, I'm going to hook you guys up with a closing program, over 100 closes. Take some good notes. Okay. Write this down. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. This is the importance of follow-up. 2% on the first contact. These are stats from Salesforce. Okay. 80% are made between the 5th and 12th contact. 80% of deals. What's a contact? Could be a phone call, email, text, piece of mail, visit, right? Okay, so I want to show you guys this. Here's how you get into this land, because you need something very, very important, something called VAFU, V-A-F-U. Okay, you guys want to write this down, V-A-F-U. What is that? What is that? This stands for value added follow-up. Value added follow-up. And you want to make the important distinction versus FU. Who knows what FU stands for? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just follow-up. What else does it stand for? You know, who's seen the movie Goodfellas? Raise your hand if you've seen the movie Goodfellas. Just one? Just one? You guys know who Joe Pesci is?
Oh my gosh, my favorite movie. It's his favorite movie. So good. Yeah,
Dude, that's a classic. You guys go to watch it. So Goodfellas, there's a character, Joe Pesci's character, he says, F you, pay me. Okay, and as salespeople, we make the F you, pay me call all the time. It goes like this. Hey, just checking in, touching base. Did you think about it? Did you talk to the partner? Hey, just wanted to check in. and there's no value. So I'm going to share some really valuable tools that have nothing to do with that, because I made that call way too many times. First thing, write this down, the handwritten card. Some of these you're probably already doing, so I'm just going to share these really quick. Okay, handwritten card. Anyone who you present to, send them this in the mail. I'm telling you, it will make a huge difference. How many of you are actively sending a handwritten card? Maybe you drop some in the seats. Who drops a card in the seats? Who does this? Raise your hand. There's another strategy. You want to write that down, okay? You know that Mrs. Johnson and Mr. Johnson are coming to the game. Drop a little handwritten card on their seat. Hey, hope you enjoy the game. Obviously not right now, because maintenance will probably clean it up by the time the season starts. Or maybe they're coming in for a concert. You guys have concerts?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is valuable because no one gets this. No one gets a handwritten card. Like how many of you in the room, raise your hand if you've received a handwritten card outside of Christmas or your birthday in the last year? Raise your hand. Oh, you have? Oh, who are you guys getting it from?
You.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. How many of you got an email or a text today? Raise your hand. Okay, everyone, all the time, right? So it's way more unique and it stands out. Okay. Here's a strategy I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to play this. This is like a minute-long video.
You ready to follow up? Got a customer? Don't know what to do? Let's get busy. Pick a day.
Okay, so let's say it's day 5. Could be any
It's
day.
day 5. You're going to use, I thought of you when I saw this. I want you to find some piece of data, anything, some piece of data that causes you to think about this customer. And if you're anything like me, you're thinking about that customer every day. This is day 5. So I know you're thinking about him right now. He's not going to get lost. She's not going to get lost. So just send him an email, or you could make a direct phone call. You know I like those better. Or a text. I love those. Thought of you when I saw this, and include a link to some information, an article, something that caused you to think about this customer. Try that today. Look, if you don't know what to do over the next 4 or 5 days, check back in with me. I'm going to have a specific call that you can make tomorrow, or if you want to give it a little breath, on the 10-day contact. Pick a day.
So that's just one example, guys, but you understand is it takes multiple contacts, right? Who remembers what percentage of deals close between the 5th and 12th contact? 80%, right? So you need to do value, VAFU, not FU, okay? So that's thought of you when I saw this. So when you guys build relationships with your clients or your prospects, do you guys find out stuff about them, like personal stuff? Maybe they like fishing or hunting or cars, right? So here's an example. So you just find an article. So let's say this guy's a car guy, right? So, hey, Kent, I don't know if you guys could read this. Is it big enough?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Just read it. Who knows what ZR1 is, by the way?
Some sort of car.
That's
Looks
a
like
Corvette. Yep. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So he knows the guy's into cars. And what does the customer respond with? They actually brought up the deal. So you guys want to write this down. When you VAFU, very, very important. When you VAFU, they will bring up the deal. It's totally backwards than what you would expect. When you VAFU, they will bring up the deal. When you FU, hey, do you think about it? When you FU, they do this. Okay. Who's ever screened the call from a sales guy before? You're like, oh, this guy again. Okay. Right. So you want to write that down. Don't be that guy or gal. Don't be that guy. Be the person that adds value. And when I saw this, the first time I saw this guy, I was like, dude, this will never work. This makes no sense. And I remember I was sitting at my desk. I'm like, I'll just try it. And I sent someone completely unrelated to hockey, completely unrelated to season seat memberships, something about his like alma mater, his college. And then he replied, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, on the deal, we're thinking about it. Let's connect on Tuesday. So very, very valuable. You want to get creative. This is in sports, it's the best industry to get creative. Check this out. So guy's a Calgary Flames fan. This is not a current player. This is actually my prospect. That's his face in there. Right? So I said, this is the end result of role playing. So I sell sales training, right? So I'm trying to sell him this. So I said, hey, this is what it'll be like. So we do this all the time. Photoshop. Okay. Do you guys have someone in your organization who knows how to Photoshop?
I'm sure we do.
Yeah. So I'll do a cute little tagline like, hey, this is what it'll be like once we get you guys, you know, once we get your season seat package hooked up, once we get you in your suite, right? With technology, there's all kinds of creative things that you guys could do. Okay. Very, very, very creative stuff that you guys could do. Okay, this is one of the most lethal things. This is something I sent this over, I think, to Brendan. Let's see.
Hey Brendan, Ryan here, Grant Cardone's. Just wanted to really appreciate your voicemail, which I just got. So absolutely, I'll run the sales meeting on follow-up. Can't wait to share some strategies that'll help close some deals. I'll see your team on the meeting.
Okay, so this is an actual example. This is a video I sent to Brendan. It's called the selfie video follow-up. Okay, raise your hand if you're actively sending selfie videos to your prospects. Guys, I want everyone to pay attention. This is the thing that made me more money than any other strategy. I'm telling you, it is genius. It is brilliant. It is the thing that you probably are thinking, man, I don't want to do that. I hate that. That's for, 12-year-olds on TikTok, selfie video. What are you talking about? But I'm telling you, it's the perfect follow-up strategy. And this is why. Because it allows people to experience you, your organization, your arena, a view from the seats. You could show them anything. You could get really creative with it, your office, and they experience you while maintaining complete distance. They don't have to deal with you. Okay? So it creates this perfect thing where it's like, oh, wow, interesting. Like I actually know, and they know what you look like. Okay? If you've ever gotten a call, who's ever gotten a cool call from like AT&T, Verizon, you got a cold call from, maybe Manulife, and you were literally picturing someone in like a call center in India or something. You had like no idea about the person, right? You put a face to the name, it creates reality, and I'm gonna share some really creative stuff that you guys could do with it. So this is what you wanna do. After every appointment, you make it a policy. After every appointment, you guys make appointments for people to come see the seats, okay? What you wanna do is you wanna say, very simple format. You just start with an intro. So, hey, Mary, it's Joe here. Whoops, let me make this a little bit bigger. So you do an intro. You want to write this down. Just wanted to put a face to the name. Write that down. I just want to put a face to the name. Okay. I know sometimes it's annoying to go into the bowl and you have to take the stairs and you got to walk up there. But ideally, I would show the seats. I would go in there and show the view from the seats. Hey, check this out. Looking forward to our appointment tomorrow at 2 p.m. And this is my cell, if any questions. Guys, no one in the industry is doing this. I'm telling you, it's like, this is the holy, this is so effective because it gets them to experience you before they're even there, and it puts them at ease. They know who, like, they get a view of the product they're looking at, they get a face to the name, and they get a cell phone. Okay, you guys have work cell phones, right?
No, we actually don't, no.
Yeah, good, good. Use your personal cell. So this is a big hesitation of mine. If you guys, just to be very honest with you guys, I was taught the wrong things. I got advice from people that made no money, like guy making 40, 50 grand a year that was literally like, oh, hey, don't give your cell out to customers. Like, oh, so the people that have money that I want to connect with and sell and build relationships, make sure they have less connection with me. Oh, that makes sense. And I was literally listening to these people. And when I started actually using this thing, that is when I started making money. I'm telling you guys, you will multiply your income many times over. And guess what? If you look at my cell phone, so I actually use my personal cell phone for business because I like, who has an iPhone here? Okay. Who hates it when it turns green versus blue? You know, you're like, oh, I can't, right? So I use my iPhone, right? Use your iPhone and it'll blow people away. I have, let me go into my contacts. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have 3,429 contacts in my cell phone. I think that's 8 times the amount of Instagram followers I have, because I wasn't popular in high school and I still have that insecurity and I don't have a lot of followers. I don't know how that happened, but I got a lot of contacts in my cell because I'm constantly sending people stuff. I've sent probably, I mean, I've made 50,000 calls for my organization. Like I've made a lot of phone calls. I've sent people tons, like hundreds of people text. Don't worry, they don't call you on Saturday night. They don't bother you. They don't text you. And if they are clients, you want them bothering you. You want them texting you because they're the people that have your referrals. They have your money. They have everything that you guys want. So I'm telling you, when you start using text, this is the thing that opened me up, because think about this. How many, for your personal email, I want you guys to think about this, everyone in the room. How many personal emails do you have unread? Who's got the top score? Mine's like 1,200 or something. Just shout them out. How many unread personal emails do you guys have, you think?
Probably at least a couple hundred.
Couple hundred? Good. Who else? Shout them out.
100. You're at 0. I know you are.
0. I'm
Zero?
Pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay. So how many unread texts does everyone have?
88.
88? Good.
1.
One.
5.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this thing's always next to you. You're always checking it. Dude, I need to get to Brendan's level, get 88, man. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm telling you, sending texts, sending video. Here's an example. You guys want to see, this is almost embarrassing because I look like a little child. This is me. Okay. Check this out.
Larry, Julie, your guy Ryan from the Ottawa Senators. I know that I said that the seats that I sent you were an absolute gem, but I actually wanted to show you. I'm actually sitting in the seat right here, okay? Check this out. Right along the aisle, that's the players' dressing room right there. Boom. In your seats right here, the view. There we go. Players' bench. And that's where the ice would be, of course. Anyway, looking forward to speaking to you guys tomorrow, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, bye-bye.
Okay. That was 2 pairs of club seats. I think it was like a $16,000 deal. Sold in like a day after they saw that. They didn't even come to the arena. Now notice, it was shaky. I was using these cliche lines like boom, like Ari Gold and Entourage. You know, who's seen Entourage? Who knows what I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. So it was cheesy, the camera shaky, but I'm telling you guys, the videos, they get better just like anything. If you've ever done a skill, you've picked up a snowboard or picked up an instrument or done anything, it gets better. But here's the key is don't watch the video, just send it. Because people are way more impressed than you actually think. And ultimately the point is to just show them. Here's another one. I was trying to sell a family.
Andrew, Trisha, this is your guy Ryan here from.
So just with the mascot, right?
Saying, eat your vegetables, go to bed on time.
So just like creative stuff, right? Dude, in sports, guys, there's so many creative stuff that you guys could use. Here's another one where I had an appointment set. And all these deals that close, guys, I would never have closed these deals before I knew this stuff. This was a guy that was coming into the arena. I had an appointment with him, I think at 6 p.m. and I sent him this.
Hey Brandon, what's up, man? This is Chris. I hear you're meeting with your guy Ryan tonight at the Sens. Just wanted to say, awesome to have you. Let him know if you guys are making it there for 6 p.m. and he'll be looking forward to seeing you and Gary at the CTC. All right, bye.
Simple stuff. It's creative, it's fun, you know. Here's another thing. So you guys want to write those down. Okay, so first selfie video is looking forward to the appointment. Write that down. That's the first one. Okay, looking forward to the appointment, put a face to the name. Okay, the second one you could do is view from the seats. You could combine that in one. Okay, if stuff's going on, if you're at an event, you're with the mascot, you got a player in the back, like you got, okay, don't like, make sure you're abiding. I know they have like certain rules and stuff for like if you're supposed to film with players, but there's all kinds of, you do a creative video, you could do like as if you're a player. So here's, where was the one? Oh yeah. What I would do if you guys want to get really creative, check this out.
Grant Cardone here. Hope you're 10Xing. All right, man. Ryan over here in my Vancouver office. He's gonna help you out, help blow up your business and 10X it. Anything I can do for you, let me know.
Okay.
Let's go.
So our mascot, our player is this guy named Grant Cardone. It's not as exciting as hockey, which is, again, I'm just telling you guys, like, being a salesperson in a sports team, like, you guys have all the creativity, all the fun, all the excitement, like, better than any other business. So what I would do is, if you guys know how to do this, you go on your iPhone, you go to video, okay? And then well, actually, you have to go into text first. So you go into text, you open up a new text template. Okay, if you guys all know how to do this, you go to the video, and then in the bottom right-hand corner or left-hand corner, there's a little star. So you guys want to write this down, star. And then what I would do is there's this little thing right here with like faces. It's called an emoji. Okay, and you can actually create one. And I would create one of, like, who's the most recognizable face on your team? Is it Ryan? Ryan O'Reilly? With the beard? I would create one with a beard, and I would be like, hey, it's Ryan O'Reilly. I know, you're working with my gal Michelle. Hey, just really excited to see you in the seats. I want to see you while I'm scoring that big goal. Have a great day. Like that, I'm like, they will show that to their kids, to their family, that they'll be blown away, because you know why? All the other sales reps, their insurance sales rep, their phone sales rep, their car sales rep, their family, like, no one else is doing this. No one else is doing this. Okay. Here's another one. Is if you're trying to sell, do you guys sell suites and groups as well?
Yes. Yeah.
What's your most premium product? Like, what's the biggest, baddest, like, full season, like, lounge, sponsored lounge? Like, what is it?
Bull and Bear, presented by Stiefel. It is sold out though. So right now I want to sell that one.
Okay. So whatever your next best, what's the next best one that you could actually sell?
Right, Players Club.
Okay.
Right by where the players' entrances. By the locker room.
Any person, sorry, say that again. What's it called?
Players Club.
Players Club. Any person that hits your site, that sends an email, text, someone interested, a referral, anyone is interested in that, I would immediately send them a video of a tour.
Hey guys, so here we're at.
Like, this is like the premium product there. And I'm just walking through, hey, here's how it works. So dude, all drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, coffee, that's free. There's the bar over here. Again, this was back when I did not know how to work a camera, super shaky. Here's, you have the lounge, all the concerts are included. And then it walks it into the bowl, and there's another video as well. Okay. Another thing that I would do is, for people, you ever have trouble getting people into the arena?
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to come out. Okay. The whole goal for closing a deal, what do you need to do to close a deal? What do you need to do with someone? What's the step before in your process, right? What's that?
You're hitting objections at some point.
Yeah. And those objections, what do they come on, right? So from an internet lead, let's say, all the way to the close, like, what's that process look like? That you're going to call them to set up a what?
An appointment, meeting.
An appointment, a meeting, right? So your goal, you guys want to write this in, your goal with the follow-up, prospecting, everything, is to get in front of someone. You want to get a meeting. You want to set an appointment to get a meeting. Now, in today's age, an appointment doesn't have to be in person. If they're like, dude, if let's say someone's on vacation, you call them, they're in Arizona or something. I don't know. Maybe they're like, I don't have time right now. I don't know. This week's really busy. What I would do is I would go for the immediate appointment virtually. Okay. And I would just do this. I would say, hey, go to Google, type in St. Louis Blues virtual seating map. Okay, I don't have a lot of time. No problem. This will take like 2 minutes. Okay, click that first link. It should say by IO Media. Okay, great. Awesome. When you get there, you're interested in the 116 lowers. You should be able to hover over that. I want you to click that for me. You see that view? Hit expand view. And I'm going to do a presentation on the spot. Ideally, what I would do, if it's not like an older person and ideally they have Zoom, is I would say, hey, go to my Zoom link. If you guys could do this, I don't know, this will be up to you. Maybe you have a discussion after, but where I could control and I can present, you know? Do you guys have season seat benefits that involve taking the family like on the ice? Like, I don't know, like paint the ice or like skate on the ice?
Had it a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It might be expensive, and you know, we're fine just buying seats as we go along. Hey, listen, I understand that absolutely, and you could totally do that. At the end of the day, what you're paying for is not only the consistency in the price, but also the experiences. Now check this out. Go to my seat map. You see in the middle, there's like a little orange circle. Jane, click that for me. Good. You see that view? Yeah, awesome. I want you to picture you and Sally on the ice. There's players there. You're there. She's smiling. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Now I can make sense of this. Good. Let's do this deal. I didn't even have to bring her out to the arena. And here's the good news, is that the ultimate goal, I want you guys to write this down. In person is the best by far. In person is by far the goal that you are trying to go for. But if I do this first, now they're 80% more sold. By the time they're in person, dude, they're going to drop right away. So this is just a very useful tool to cut time down. And people are very, very, very in tune technologically. Everyone's been, you know, they've done the work from home. They've done all that stuff for the past couple of years. So they know how to get onto a computer. If you're dealing with someone who's your oldest season seat member, what's their age? 90s?
Yeah.
Okay. If you do this with them, you might want to just go for the in-person, you know, maybe be a little bit more patient. Okay. But ultimately for everyone else, like this stuff works, guys. I'm telling you. And by the way, on the selfie video, dude, when you start them, they're going to be pretty terrible. I don't even want to play this one. It's like really, really bad. I'm shaky and nervous. It's just bad. Sending little text, instead of sending the thumbs up emoji, this is what I used to send. Dude, everything needs to be blues. Like, cause they're probably sometimes more fanatic than you guys are. So the more blues, like get excited about it, send little stuff. Also, I'll get creative with, so
I don't want to see this.
Yeah, you lost Ryan now.
what's that?
The biggest 76ers fan and he's giving him a dagger right now. So.
Oh man, I apologize. So Ryan, close your eyes. Viewer discretion. So I had a guy who was a Toronto fan. Sorry, not sorry, Ryan. Okay, so what happened was I was trying to get a deal, and if you guys ever have like targets that you're trying to hit, I said, hey, this is what it would be like if you sent that deal back. We got a deal done, and I sent him this, which we've all seen, right? So I would just, you know, that those final 10 seconds where the Blues won the cup, dude, I would send that to like every single prospect. You're trying to follow up and get a deal. I would be like, hey, this is what it's going to be like when you get a deal. These are the kind of experiences I want to hook you up with. This is what it's going to be like when we partner up. This is what it's going to be like when we get you your season seat membership. Another quick one. I know I'm over time, so I'll cut this soon. By the way, are you guys liking this? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are liking these strategies. Okay, sweet. So another one that you guys could do is physical mail. Send them gifts. Okay, you want to write this down. Gifts, not GIFS, GIFTS. Gifts. Okay, if you guys know, I know these are a lot of Canadian examples, but you guys know the Patrick Roy story with the Montreal Canadiens? Yeah, who can explain? For those who don't know, someone explain.
Fully remember it. I know I got a jersey. I got a Patrick Roy Canadiens jersey.
He left Montreal and won some cups in Colorado.
Yeah. So, but screw Colorado. But anyway, so what happened was Patrick Roy was left in the net and got 8 goals scored on him. And he went to the coach and he said, I demand a trade. I will never play for you again. So I found out the guy was a Patrick Roy fan and he was a Habs fan. And I sent him this via Amazon. I don't, this is kind of small, but it says, hey, this time you'll never demand a trade from our team. So like, again, you guys work for like the best type of, like, it's so easy to follow up. You guys have so much swag. You guys have so much, and you're like, Ryan, wait a minute. I don't want to spend $30 on a gift. Like, how much does it pay you when you sign up someone for a $17,000 package? You know what I mean? Like, I spend thousands of dollars. Like, you guys gotta operate like micro businesses within a business. And just look at, okay, I got my revenue, I got my expenses. And invest in your clients. I'm telling you, if you expect them to spend 17 grand and you don't want to spend $30, and you can expense it to the team, but I wouldn't even go through that process. I would just like, boom, just send stuff out, like surprise people, wow people. And again, I was getting deals from this stuff. Here's a, maybe I'll just end on this one. Okay. If you're trying to sell a business, you guys sell businesses a lot, or you guys B2B and B2C?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The Blues has the missing pieces to your entertainment, and send them a pizza with some slices missing. Dude, this one is the bomb. Dude, this gets deals. This gets deals. I would even deliver this in the seats. Like, do you guys ever have prospects come out to games? They're not season seat members yet, but you kind of see them in the seats.
Yep.
I would buy them a piece of pizza and put a note on it or have it delivered or whatever and say, dude, the St. Louis Blues has the missing piece to your bonding with your kid or whatever their thing is. So guys, again, creativity is the name of the game. Get creative, have fun with it. And I'm telling you guys, like, there is no limit to how much money you can make with this stuff. Now, I did want to open it up to questions. Anyone have questions on this, or maybe you're like, I like that or don't like that, you don't think that would work? Would love to get your feedback.
I got a question for you. What's the longest amount of follow-ups you had before you made a sale?
Like the longest sales cycle?
Correct. Yeah, I'm just curious. How long? Like, what's your longest sales cycle been?
I'm working one that's been a little over 2 years right now. Yeah. I closed one that was 19 months. Yeah. So you guys, like, I don't know if you saw that image before. Right? Like, these are all little VAFU touch points over the course of a year. Like, I could follow up someone for an entire year and never be a pest, you know? And obviously, like, there's other aspects to sales. Like, if you look into it, I mean, like, these are just videos that I train on every day of like basics, understanding the buyer, follow up, cold calls, like staying motivated, customer service, internet lead response. Like, there's so many elements to it, but I think really the follow-up is one of the biggest things, because if you learn how to build a relationship with someone, you could be like not even good at that other stuff and still get a ton of deals. And I know it. So yeah, what other questions, takeaways? What were your biggest takeaways from today? Let's get some takeaways.
I like the creativity with the videos. It's cool.
Yep.
I think just also the value add, following up with a purpose, definitely is important.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the biggest thing that changed for me was like, I actually started having fun with the follow-up. Like, before I learned this stuff, I was like miserable with follow-up because I was like, ugh, it's so awkward. I gotta check in. Hey, just checking in, you know? Where you at? And it was so like, it was such a burden. And then people started to love me. Like, they're like, oh my God, I'm like, thank you so much for sending that. Hey, like, wow. And they would start communicating more, and I was having fun and I was getting creative. Like, I never really thought I would be a salesperson. I don't know if anyone kind of stumble into a sales role. You never thought you would be in sales when you're growing up. Yeah. Who thought they would do something more like creative? Maybe they'd be like a musician or an artist, or like something with like creativity more so. Yeah. Yeah. So guess what? That's part of your job now. Here's the challenge. Okay. We'll do a little spiff. Or maybe I shouldn't announce that because that's up to the managers, but let's just do it for fun. A little like competition. Okay. Whoever could come up with their own follow-up strategy, like you could use the ones I share with you today, but come up with your own thing. And whoever could do that, I'll be impressed. Let me know. Brendan, Kyle, just keep me posted because I want to know who does that. Other takeaways from today, guys.
I think it's just encouraging the staff to, use more pictures and videos and things along those lines, because obviously you reach out to people, calls, emails, whatever, it gets old after a while. So just doing something different to catch people's attention. I know it's something we do one-offs here and there, but just getting more in a habit and routine of doing it.
Yep. 100%. So by the way, I will never forget the time when I was at the Sens and I had a trainer came in and he was really good, and I probably left the thing with more questions than was answered, and I really wanted to get some information, but I could never get a hold of the guy. So I always made it my mission to help a lot of people wherever I can and however I can. So I do want to give you guys access to my contact information. If you have questions, this is my direct personal cell and my email. Please text me. Regardless, text me your notes. So I'll hook you guys up with that prize if you text me a picture of your notes. And I'm happy to help you guys. Any questions that you have, text me. If it's 1 a.m. and you're 8 beers deep on a Saturday night, don't text me. But otherwise, I'm happy to help you guys. Cool. All right, guys. Give a big round to Kyle and to Brendan for putting this thing together for you guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you,
so
Ryan.
much.
All right, go Blues.